So it's a lot of hot news, a lot of things going on. LeBron just opened a school, which is probably like one of the, I don't know, biggest accomplishments you could make is to like come from a place where, you know, it's hard to come from and be successful. The odds are against you. You know all the stories. You already know what's going on. And to go back to that same place and be able to open a school to help kids who basically have the same story as you in the same exact spot, and to really, really help them, you know, and not to only help them, but to help everything around them and to understand, like, to put them in a whole new environment and to, like, even help their parents, you know, because, you know, sometimes you come from a home where at home it's toxic. So it's amazing and it's great. And recently, after I've seen this, I've also seen that Michael Jordan, you know, a lot of news coming out about things that Michael Jordan has done, where he's donated money. I just seen one that says Michael Jordan's been secretly paying for kids' tuitions to college for years, which I'm not surprised by. And in the comments, I'm making this video because in the comments, what ended up happening was people started, you know, complaining, saying, "Oh, Jordan is just trying to, you know, do this now because da da da," and you know, why didn't he do this before? And it's like, yo, the thing is this, right? This is how the press, the news, the media, social media, this is kind of how it works. There's a hot story. The story hits the news wire, right? Like there's a press release. LeBron did this, you know. So he has his press team get this info out to, you know, like you know, Newswire or you know, what else? The AP, the Associated Press, because LeBron is that big where he'll go straight AP, right? And then now, the media is always constantly looking for a story that people care about and a story that works. So what ends up happening is that story works, and so they look for the next story closest to it to continue that narrative, to continue that storyline. So so now it's going to be LeBron open the school, and then the next part of that storyline is going to be really important, and it's going to generate a lot of money because it's going to generate a lot of eyeballs, a lot of clicks, and everybody's going to click it because they've already entered into the narrative of what LeBron is doing with the school. So now this is also where fake news could come in, because fake news could come in and they can create a fake story that's going to continue that narrative. So what they'll do is they'll take LeBron opening the school and then they'll make a story that says, you know, school set on fire by the KKK, something like that. And people would, like, you know, be up in arms and be like, oh my God, because if this was a movie and that was the next scene of the movie, you know, that was something that would like wrench you and get you like real emotional. So, you know, so that's how like the fake news work. But how the media also works is that they'll look for similar stories, and because it works, you know. So now any story of any athlete that's the next couple months, any story of any athlete that's giving back, donating. I just seen one where Derrick Rose donated $400,000 or something like that. And these, it's not that this is just starting to happen or these athletes are just starting to try to get the props that LeBron got for opening the school. It's not that. It's that these things happen anyway, and then the news will cover it now because it's the hot thing. Because I know you like to blame other people. I know you like to blame the media, the news, but you will now react to these stories. Whereas maybe 3 or 4 months ago, you know, if it's not a popular thing, you aren't reacting to these stories where, you know, Derrick Rose may donate $400,000 and you'll skip right over it. Right now, because of the narrative that LeBron started, you are going to now pay attention. You're like, oh, this is so great, and share it because you've seen your peers share it and your colleagues share it, and you know that for like okay, this is something that's gonna generate a discussion. This is something that, oh, maybe like you and your friends were just talking about, and it's just a lot of things like that. So it's not like just like I don't know if you guys saw that. That was like a little bit of thunder, right? Lightning, not thunder, lightning, because you couldn't hear it. Anyway, what I want to say is that my train of thought is that you guys, the news reacts to what they think people will want to see and want to. The news also trolls, right? So they're going to, if you help them troll, you'll get to the news. That's what a publicity stunt is. It's like you're helping the news troll. They're looking for the troll story. That's why I believe it's really not good to consume news media. Like, I'm not trying to hear like the whole world is crazy, and it's good to know what's going on in the world, but it's also you're carrying the weight of emotions of the entire world when you watch the news, because they're bringing you things that, one, are completely out of context, and they're going to spin it in a way to make you care about it more. And I just feel like the way that it's done as currently constructed is not really good for your, it's not good food for the soul, right? Your appetite for the soul and all that. But you're going to see a lot of these stories. You're going to see more things about Jordan, because whenever LeBron comes up, Jordan comes up. You're going to see ESPN probably talk about, and at this point I'm predicting the future, right? But when you're woke, right, as I am, you can predict the future because you know what the motives are. So if you know what the motive of somebody is, this is kind of a little bit going off topic, but the principle is always the same. If you know the motive, someone's motive, you can know what they're going to do next. You can put them in an environment or a situation to control their actions, because if you know their motives, you know how to get them to do something, which is how like advertising works, right? I know I'm going on a rant, but like advertising works because we want you to watch information about our product. Therefore, let's put it at the beginning of a YouTube video because we know you're already watching. So I know that if I put it on this video that you already want to see, because I know your motives. I know why you're on YouTube is to watch videos. Because of that motive, then I know that if I put my product before this video, then I can reach you. Whereas, you know, if I just put it on YouTube and it's not before a video that you want to watch, you'll never see it because you're never gonna actively search it. You don't know about it, all those types of things, right? But I just want you guys to refrain from like ripping. Oh, you know what? Like even like what I was gonna say before, like Black Lives. Like when a police shoots or kills someone, right? This thing happens all the time. It's been happening for a while. And I don't necessarily think when you look at the actual numbers, and you know, some say that the number of police related murders actually going down, or police related shootings are going down, right? You guys could check and comment on that and let me know. I don't know for a fact. It might be fake news that I saw that, but if the news reports on it, it makes it a topic of discussion. Then it's almost like you think it's happening more frequent. So as you see these stories about athletes donating, listen, they're rich. They have to donate. Like they're looking for tax breaks as well. Which takes nothing away from it, you know, because you still have to decide where you donate to. So, but anyway, what I'm trying to say is don't take nothing away. Don't think anybody's trying to be like LeBron. It's just the news feeding you more stories that you are going to want to engage with, that you're going to want to talk about, that's going to, you know, and as long as you engage with it, negative, positive, good, bad, as long as you look at it, share it, you know, or pay any attention, they're making money, right? And not a little bit of money, a lot of money. So it doesn't matter if you're tired of the stories. They're going to keep coming until you don't pay any attention. That's why the term is pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Anyway, that's it for today. You know what I'm saying? I'll break something else down later on. But, you know, facts only.